We are learning more and more about the investigation into former President Donald Trump's handling of classified documents. NBC News has learned about 24 Secret Service agents have been subpoenaed or have appeared before a federal grand jury in Washington that's looking into the matter. For his part, Trump has denied any wrongdoing. For more on this, we're joined by NBC News Justice reporter Ryan Reilly. Ryan, good morning to you. So this is an unusual circumstance to have Secret Service agents testify in an investigation involving a former president. What can you tell us about this testimony, and what kind of information prosecutors hope that these agents might have?
Well, that's a lot of Secret Service special agents. You know, that's 24 special agents that they've spoken with. So you have a pretty comprehensive view, you would imagine, as to Donald Trump's handling of classified information and his practices, because these are the eyes and ears of I guess, the government and the investigation in this matter. These are people who are with Donald Trump all the time. This is really kind of an unprecedented situation because of how close Secret Service agents get into the lives of the people that they follow. They just have a ton of information. So it's certainly something that I would imagine makes Trump very uncomfortable, and would probably make anyone who was being followed around by a protection detail uncomfortable, because they just know the intimate details of their lives.
So, Ryan, the New York Times also reporting that Mark Meadows, who is the final chief of staff in the Trump administration, testified before a federal grand jury. They were hearing evidence in the Justice Department's investigations into the former president. What do investigators want to hear from Meadows, and what could this mean for Trump?
Meadows is really one of those key figures, I think, in this, because we've seen him sort of a disembodied sort of Mark Meadows, right? We've seen messages that have come from Mark Meadows that have been sent to others. A lot of those came out over the course of the January 6th committee's investigation. His text messages, including putting pressure on the Justice Department. And sending along some of these bogus claims of voter fraud and pretty outrageous claims that really had no basis in reality, including ones that were based out of Michigan off of someone who was later parodied on SNL, just sort of sending along a lot of garbage to the Justice Department. So I think that, the pressure points of that investigation will be really interesting to see what Meadows knows about what because he was really at the center of this for a lot of those key days leading up to January 6th and on January 6th itself, in terms of what the president was up to.
So, Ryan, there's some questions about having 2 grand juries hearing testimony in this investigation, one in D.C., one in Florida. Do we know how they're being used and if they're seeing the same information?
I think we're going to find out more about that, in the coming days, because really there is a lot of complications to this matter. And because grand juries are secret, and it's basically, it's unlawful for members of the government to talk to you about an ongoing grand jury, it's been a little bit complicated because reporters basically have to figure this out from people who are, either representing people who are testifying before the grand jury, or from people who are testifying before the grand jury themselves. So it's a little bit of like putting together these pieces of a puzzle. But, there clearly is some interaction between these two entities. There's a number of different options for how this could be playing out. But I think, right now, all eyes are sort of on Florida to see whether and how this is going to play out in the coming days, as we expect testimony this week.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.